good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It PE podcast is a global show. And today, on this episode of Those Model Citizens, we will be discussing Megyn Kelly fires back at MSNBC's Jen Psaki, and GOP manipulates Muslim Americans to be anti-trans. We'll be discussing that and more when we return from these brief messages.
Savage Media.
Welcome back to Those Model Citizens. I am your host, TZ Von Savage. Why did I do this article? There's two reasons. White supremacy always takes both sides of the argument. And this article is a perfect example of that. Anti-trans for the Muslim community. When did they ever get down with the LGBTQ? You get stoned and all that, killed over there for all of that. What is you talking about? It's like against the law. So what is you even talking about? Now don't sit here and act like we don't know about your hidden bussy over there. We know about your hidden bussy. But they don't need the GOP. This is like a Democratic hit piece. Like, look, the GOP they telling them to be anti-LGBTQ. At the same time, putting the target on the Muslims, which either way, I ain't tripping. Get some popcorn and some tea, and you gonna have to hold your own vittles. We ain't getting in between your little bussy fight. Shout out Jay Lava, not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. Right? So I'm pointing that out. Now the LGBTQ community gonna be like, oh, we ain't with the Muslim. They anti-trans. And it's GOP fault. We need to vote for the Democrats. We gonna vote for the Democrats, and we against Muslim. We don't want nothing to do with no Muslim now. Secondly, y'all is the lapdog though. You part of that now. Don't act like you ain't in the model citizen crew. Don't try to act like you ain't in the crew. You turn against black people in 1, 2, skip a few. You is not down with the get down. So don't even try to pretend. They don't need the GOP help to be against black people. They are already inherently against black people. I don't even know why. See, you should understand a little bit. You should understand a little bit. Because you really is black, but you're lost in the sauce because you want to be mommy and zaddy's lapdog. You in zaddy training. Zaddy trained Muslims. That's what it is. I don't even really care about the article. I mean, I can run through it real quick to point out some more hypocrisy, some inconsistencies. She fired Megyn Kelly fired back at Jen Psaki. Uh, she's the former White House press secretary. GOP manipulates Muslims to be anti-trans. That, but then look. Psaki said that the GOP has a long history of trying to manipulate Muslim Americans in the anti-LGBTQ. They not already. That's not how they already get down. She pointed to the party's opposition to same-sex marriage and its support for anti-trans legislation as evidence of this. What that got to do with Muslims? Is there some hidden bussy? That's what I'm saying. What that got to do with Muslims? Kelly, a former Fox host, said that the Psaki's comments were offensive and untrue. She said that Muslim Americans are capable of forming their own opinions on trans issues, and they shouldn't be stereotyped. It is insulting to suggest that Muslim Americans are so easily manipulated, which they are. They are just as diverse as any other what's that got to do with having smarts and not trying to curry favor with Zaddy? They're as any other population group. What? They are just as diverse as any other population group, and they have a wide range of views on trans issues. No, they don't. What are you talking about? All out in the open. What are you talking about? They don't. They don't do that. What is? I don't understand. Kelly pointed out that many Muslim Americans have spoken out in support of trans rights. She cited the example of the Council on American Islamic Relations, CAIR, which was called for an end to anti-trans discrimination. What a hidden bussy. I already said that. But over there where they come from, P, and in the Quran, P, it don't go down like that. So you ain't nothing but a Zaddy trained Muslim if you down with that. The GOP's attempts to paint Muslim Americans as anti-trans are simply not true. In fact, many Muslim Americans are fighting for trans rights. What? That wasn't the GOP attempts to paint Muslims Americans as no, that was the Democrats saying that the GOP is. Y'all don't even make sense. Do you understand what I'm saying, y'all? This don't even make sense. It don't even make sense. I told you why I did the article. That's what we learned. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Gonna leave you with 4 words: love, peace, blessings, and maloha. Them ain't the 4 words. Them is 4 words. But subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike, comment your vomit, share if you care, if you dare, and where over there. All the platforms, we're there. Love, peace, blessings, and maloha. Gotta go high for show high. You already know how. Big brother, light bright, supreme, almighty. Signing off.